Good evening, YouTube. This is going to be an update of my Dutch bucket system. Built along the same concept as EastTexasGardener up there in Vermont. Except I don't have access to put mine into the ground. I really wish I did, because that water temperature is probably sitting about 80 degrees right now. This is the first time we've had a chance to update on any of this. I didn't videotape this when I put it in. I wish I would have learned my lesson. But we'll get up a little closer. I'm trying to get this right as it's getting dark, so I'm not sure how good it's going to be. But this first plant on the very end is this plain old eggplant. It is probably 2 or 3 weeks old right now. We bought it from the feed store. I just wanted something that was kind of close to tomatoes as far as nutrients and pH. That's what they had, that's what we planted. The one next to it is also an eggplant. All these plants you see out here from here on down this way are 1 month old this weekend. I put them in this system 30 days ago, this last Friday. But you can tell how big this plant. I don't have leaves this big out in the garden on my eggplants. And next to that we have a jalapeno, which I guess I'm gonna probably have to move it or something. But it's got blooms on it. Let's see if we can get that little bloom. There we go. And it's got a lot of blooms on it. Let's try from up here. That's a little bit better. And I actually thought I saw a jalapeno in here somewhere today, but in all the moving around and cleaning up and stuff, I can't be sure now. There it is, right there. This next plant, bell pepper, not doing so hot. The reason I think it's not doing so hot, it did pretty good at first, but with the nutrients that I'm feeding everything else, eggplants and tomatoes, it's too much for this. I believe it's probably just gonna burn it up. We'll see if it'll survive for another 2 or 3 days if I get some other stuff in here. I'm gonna put it in a separate system, see if I can't bring it back. Then we have 2 different varieties of tomatoes, and once again, I can't believe how good this is doing. This is a Better Boy. I did cheat. I bought them from a nursery, but they were 6 inches tall. There was no tomatoes on them, no blooms on them or anything. And that one there is probably about 3 foot tall in the 1 month that it's been growing. Has nice fruit on it. You got lots of fruit on it. And we even have some more blooms coming out. This tomato variety is a Heat Master. Now, it's a different variety, so it's not quite as big. It's only about 1.5 feet or so. But it's got tomatoes. And I'm pretty sure I need to clean all that vegetation out from underneath it. And just leave the leaves up here on the top to kind of give it a shade. Because these sit in direct sun pretty much all day long. They're fed 3 times a day, 2 hours at a time. From 7 till 9 in the morning, 1 to 3 in the afternoon, and 7 to 9 again at night. I'm thinking about increasing that now that they have tomatoes on them and it's dadgum hot. Mr. EastTexasGardener, if you're watching this, if you can give me any advice on this one, do I need to trim up the foliage up underneath the fruit? Or just leave it alone and let it go and see what happens? Anyone else has any comments or questions? I'll take anything as far as knowledge of how to do it better, how to make them grow. I don't know if you can make them grow much faster than this. I'm open for any suggestions. Once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Till next time.